Hey everyone, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway and here to bring you a reading for the week starting the 7th of January. I am using my Sacred Geometry Healing cards. These are available on my website and also at good bookshops and new age shops as well, but you will find the link below this reading as well if you would like to purchase for yourself. Also available on my website, just to let you know to start with, is I create my own vibrational essences as well, which I have called a lab or liquid alchemy in a bottle, and these two are available working with high vibrational frequencies, and again the link is below if you want to check them out as well, or if you even want a reading done by me, you can book that below as well, just by following the link. So how is everyone? How's your new year been? Wow, I just can't believe we're already into really the second week of January, and for a lot of people they've already gone back to work this week, so they've had their time out. I'm going to keep that card. This is Shapeshifter that has come through. Whoops, upside down, but we'll put that one there so you can see it. They've already gone back to work, and school holidays though for all of us in the southern hemisphere here. I'm not sure how it works with others in the northern hemisphere in terms of what holidays you get for Christmas holidays. We've got a few cards flying out here, so we might just pull them out. The second card already to come out is wisdom. Third card to come out is meditation. So what is it that these cards are really talking to us about at this present moment? It looks like it just wants to get straight into the reading. So let's see what it's all about. We have Shapeshifter, which is all about our inner knowledge, our ancient wisdoms. Second card to come through is wisdom, which is the Owl card, and it's about gaining greater insight. And the third card to come through is meditation. Now what I'm going to do this week and start doing things a little bit different, because I've been doing it with myself, is just pulling a couple of cards extra on each one to really see what the message here it is telling us. But when we look at these cards, it's, you know, telling us as we are, you know, energetically, what we really were doing last year more so than ever, and look, it is continual, and it's going to be year by year, day by day, hour by hour, is that we are continually shedding that information that no longer serves us, that belief system that no longer serves. And we had a partial solar eclipse yesterday for new moon. And really it was about, you know, the continual shedding of our belief systems that aren't serving us well. It's about being able to move and shift and turn on those frequencies that we really have within, but we haven't accessed because we haven't been consciously aware or awakened enough to understand that, you know, those ancient wisdoms, that ancient knowledge that lies within us is there for us to access and to start turning on. And, you know, it even is more so when we're looking at wisdom and we're looking at our medicine. And it's about, you know, being able to access that information as we gain greater insight. So for many, you know, we're going through that spiritual awakening, that spiritual awareness that is coming through, that consciousness that we are now starting to access, that we're starting to acknowledge, and we're starting to own. You know, it's the way in which we go by day in what we bring through to ourselves, to our family, into our business, while we're learning to really truly stand our ground, to stop just giving away our power, where it's about standing, because as I said last week in my reading, that wisdom, when we start to acknowledge, when we start to access and we start to understand that wisdom that lay within us, wisdom itself is power. And when we gain that power, it allows us to stand more, stand our ground more, and it allows us to stand up to others so that they're not always taking, away from us what we should be keeping from ourselves. This may have to do with a boss. It could be you as a boss with your employees, and, even more so, it could be with your children. It's about, putting those boundaries into place and going, you know what? No, this is now about me, whether it's that you become that little bit more selfish because you start working even more so on that aspect of you. Well, good on you if that's what you're doing, but it's now your time, and people around you need to work in with you, not that you are working in with others all the time. We can also gain this wisdom and this insight, this greater insight through meditation. And I normally say that not everyone can meditate. I have to say I'm probably one of those people. I really struggle just to sit there and meditate. But what I find is, rather than just looking at it as a meditation, sometimes I just go within. Sometimes I find I'm starting to channel others. And for me, I channel a lot of Thoth. For others, it may be just that you can go and take yourself for a walk on the beach, or a walk, just in nature, or do something arty, or just go into your garden, because sometimes we just need that little bit of grounding. We just need that little bit of perspective, that little bit of time out, that little bit of time, not to so much think, but then just to be. So sometimes this meditation is also about being. And so again, that message that's coming through is that connection to our higher wisdom. It's connection to our purpose. It's the connection to really the all. It's the synchronicities that we're finding. It is working with different vibrational frequencies and tapping into them. And it's being able to truly start opening your eyes and find and create that awareness of what is around you. As above, so below. We're so busy looking around us on ground level, but how often do you actually look up? How often are you actually becoming more aware of looking up and what is around you? What is above is also so below. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is I want to pull a couple of cards just for each. Okay, beautiful. And it just makes so much sense what we're doing here. Okay, so I've just pulled, so that was Shapeshifter that we pulled. And on that, I've pulled Pineal Activation and 852 frequency. It's solfeggio frequency. Now, when we're looking at these cards, it's absolutely perfect, because here we are. We're here to access this ancient knowledge, this ancient wisdom. Yet solfeggio frequency has come through 852. When we're working with the 852 hertz, it is exactly what we're doing. It is compounding what we're being told here, is that when we listen to this tone, to this frequency, it is definitely something that can help us connect to those higher wisdoms and knowledge. It is also about our pineal activation. So the more that we're putting towards consciously becoming more aware and more awakened, we can then understand that we can actually use sound to help us to gain the knowledge, to open us up more to that connection to spirit. And as we're doing that, we're actually lifting our vibrational frequency. So that is perfect. When we're looking at the wisdom card, what are two cards that okay, beautiful. Okay. God, this all makes sense. I love how this all works. So our second card that we had pulled was wisdom, but on that we have the Fibonacci spiral of the Nautilus shell. And our world is based on sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is ultimately the building blocks of all creation. And when we're looking at expansion, when we're looking at how our world evolves, how our world expands from the macro to the micro. So everything from the macro being the galactic core, the star systems, our weather patterns, our solar system, to the micro being atomic structure, sunflowers, snowflakes, human beings. Everything works through expansion. The expansion of the Fibonacci frequency of, or the golden spiral, which is 1.618, and what I even love, and where I'm going to be taking journeys this year to both Peru and to Egypt. And when we start looking, you know, at everything around, in particular, you know, the pyramids of Egypt, they are specifically based on pi and phi, and it is absolutely remarkable. Everything that we see, even the sculptures, say of Ramses II, you know, where we see exact precision of this Fibonacci spiral. So what it's, you know, this knowledge has been around from the beginning of time. This is, you know, consciousness, and consciousness is the existence in absolutely everything. It is the all. So as we start gaining the greater insight and working with our intuition, working with our, you know, our wisdom, it is that awakening process. It is, you know, being able to, you know, access our inner knowledge. Then we will be expanding, and we are expanding at all times, because nothing stays at a standstill. Everything is constantly expanding. And so, you know, the frequencies and energies around are also increasing. Okay, let me just pull one more card on this one. Okay, I love it, 528 hertz. So this is the miracle solfeggio frequency. When we're working with this particular frequency, we're working with not only, you know, so if we're working, okay, so let's start when we're working at a cellular level, which is where these ancient wisdoms and knowledge are within, and we're creating these tangible changes because we're, you know, we can, because cells, you know, our cells store memory, and our cells are sacred geometry. We are changing at a DNA level, but as we're creating these changes on the other aspect, the transformation is also bringing through miracles and abundance. So as we create the changes, as our mindset changes, as we're working on everything within, on, you know, within our lives and for our life's purpose right now, how amazing, how awesome is this? This is saying that this transformation is going to bring through so much abundance in all levels and all aspects of your life, because it is what you're working with. So, you know, the solfeggio frequencies are the purest of tone. We've already had 2 come out. I love working with these with my clients as well, not only for my clients, but with myself, and we can work with the actual frequency. These cards are amazing because another way of working with them is working with the energies of the cards, and you can actually place them on your body, you can place them under your pillow, you can create a vibrational water with them. Really, there's no rights and wrongs to how we can actually work with these cards. So getting there. So let's look at, meditation and excuse me, they have both fallen. Excellent. And I'm going to use them because, sorry, there are 2 cards that just came flying out. Love it. Genesis pattern and unlimited potential. And I have to say, this card has come out quite a lot in the last few readings that I've done, not only online, but also for myself. So the last card was meditation. And meditation is also part of the expansion of our consciousness and our tapping in to the higher frequencies, the higher vibrations that are out there. And to how you do it is, you know, truly up to you, because it's always individual. But you've got these 3 cards that have come. So from this card of meditation, from the expansion, and leading on to everything else that we're doing as we're creating these shifts, creating these changes, for ourselves. New beginnings are abound, and how beautiful is this? You know, we've just come into a new year, 2019, which is a numerology 3. This is bringing in joy, it's bringing in creation, it's bringing in you know, the abundance of what it is that you are working toward, the leadership qualities in not only business, but also within your family. It's about what it is that you know, all this change, all these new things that are coming in for you, that you are working for. And I also say that for any women out there who have been trying to fall pregnant, this could also be a card of pregnancy as well. But the new beginnings are here, and unlimited potential. This card here, the truncated icosahedron that you see within this actual card, is based also on our DNA. It's the pentahex formation, and this beautiful pentahex formation is telling us that we have unlimited potential to create anything that we choose within our lifetime. It's because we can consciously create our own realities. What is it that you want to bring forth in this time of you being here, and what is it that you want to work towards now? And, you know, as I said, you know, last week, the world is your oyster. You have the ability to be whoever it is you want to be and whoever it is you want to create. It's about that mindset of yours. It's about bringing in positive thoughts, positive actions. It's also about allowing ourselves to go through trials and tribulations, because sometimes it's those trials that we go through where we see what we may deem as a failure or mistake is what actually allows us to see the path that we're truly meant to be on. There is just so much going on here, and you know, this really is such an amazing reading coming in, you know, bringing in more of this vibration for the new year. It's absolutely perfect. So all I can say is these are really positive, and I'm just really ecstatic even to be reading them out to you all. I will add a picture on for this reading so that you can see, you can work with these cards yourself. As I said earlier, the link below will be if you would like to purchase these cards, or you would like your own personal reading, or maybe work with some vibrational essences, because the elixirs that I do create can help create the changes that you want, you know. So it's about recalibrating your own energetics and working on that, your own journey of self-healing and self-discovery. So all my products work so beautifully together and can enhance in any way, you know, you put your mindset, you know, to working on what it is that you want to create. So I wish you all an amazing week, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Okay, bye.